one is on the edge, so it's trying to down.
Nothing was judged to put this election
on my life. I could not wait to go live. It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
The importance of
not even really like whatever.
Y'all
just gotta roll with me. I'm listening to this man, and I don't want him to say nothing soft at all. So let me just listen, because I'm on his ass.
At every level, the judiciary rose in the moment during this election, did its job, acted with complete fairness and impartiality, with complete honor and integrity.
He already going in the wrong direction.
We just passed through.
Because if anybody do something like that, they should be out that day. That's why I don't like them. They always running miles and miles behind him.
We owe them a deep, deep debt of gratitude.
They do deserve gratitude because they got bombarded. What?
Treating the attorney general as his personal lawyer and the department as his personal
Sure,
officer.
why the fuck not?
Okay, guys, I got a new Nintendo Switch.
Thing from this president. My generals, my judges.
Y'all just gotta roll with me because.
And then yesterday,
it is what it is.
A culmination of an attack on our institutions of democracy. This time, the Congress itself, inciting a mob to attack the Capitol, to threaten elected representatives of the people of this nation, and even the vice president, to stop the Congress from ratifying the will of the American people in a just completed free and fair election.
Okay, great.
Trying to use a mob.
Can you tell me after I do this? I'm trying to think.
Of nearly 160 million Americans who summoned the courage in the face of a pandemic that threatened their health and their lives to cast that sacred ballot. I made it clear from the moment I entered this race what I believe was at stake. I said there was nothing less at stake than who we are as a nation.
Oh, don't kick this for that. That's all. Barely there.
What we will be. At the center of that belief is one of the oldest principles this nation has long held.
I'm taking over the video right now. I'm taking over the video right now.
Of laws. I said it many
got my
times
Nintendo Switch. I'm playing
you go over there and do that. And this over here is my area, and that's your area. Okay?
I know. I just want to tell them what
Hey, it's actually going to be time to put it up if you can't go and play with it when it's time. You ready to put it up?
No.
That's why there is no president.
So what piece? Yeah.
No Congress. That's a House of Lords. A judiciary doesn't serve the will of the president or exists to protect him or her. We have three co-equal branches of government. Co-equal. Our president is not above the law. Justice serves the people. It doesn't protect the powerful. Justice is blind. What we saw yesterday in plain view was another violation of the fundamental tenet of this nation. Not only did we see the failure to protect one of the three branches of our government, we also saw a clear failure to carry out equal justice. Should be used to say in the Senate, excuse a point of personal privilege. A little over an hour and a half after the chaos.
I'm just gonna say everything today. I don't even care today. It was crazy yesterday. But God.
In our last semester at the University of Pennsylvania, she sent me a photo of military people in full military gear.
See, he not saying nothing. This why I be so irritated. This why I watch this. I tell my kids all the time, this why I watch this. These people is so stupid. He's having a speech. That's what they were doing yesterday. They debating. What the fuck is y'all doing that shit for? Excuse me. I don't even think I'm supposed to be cussing like that. They be making me mad, man.
Been treated very, very differently than the mob of thugs that stormed the Capitol. We all know that's true. And it is unacceptable. totally unacceptable.
There you go.
The American people saw it.
He got a little bit. Man,
hope it
how can you
sensitizes
not?
what we have to
You know what I'm
do.
saying? How can you not be mad? I've been
Not many people
mad.
know it. When Justice
Look at
Garland
my paper
talked
trail.
about
This shit is crazy.
the reason for the Justice Department was formed in the first place was back
Nigga
in
hanging in there like monkeys and shit. Hey, y'all ever seen some shit like that before?
It was formed in 1870.
Breaking windows and man.
Out of the Civil War. The 13th, 14th, and 15th.
But they all showed their faces. They are who they are.
Klan,
It is what it
to
is.
stand up to racism, to take on domestic terrorism.
He trying his hardest.
This original spirit must again guide and animate its work.
It's a lot of work for him. That man ain't gonna. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I be seeing stuff, boy. It's too much for him. He old. This is a lot for him.
Some of the most important work we have to do in this nation. Committing ourselves to the rule of law in this nation. Invigorating our domestic and democratic institutions.
We watch again, see what they finna lie about.
Carrying out equal justice under the law in America. There's no more.
I'm supposed to be filling out a job application, and I am gonna get to that, but it's just too much. Like after,
there's no more important people to carry out this work than the people I'm announcing today. More than anything, we need to restore the honor, the integrity, the independence of the Department of Justice in this nation that's been so badly damaged.
It's so badly damaged. I can't file for it.
Have so testified and stated that.
I can't file for the speech. I can't.
Who lead this department, who you will serve. You won't work for me. You are not the president or the vice president's lawyer. Your loyalty is not to me. It's to the law, the Constitution, the people of this nation, to guarantee justice. For Attorney General of the United States, I nominate a man of impeccable integrity, Judge Merrick Garland, one of the most respected jurists of our time, brilliant yet humble, distinguished yet modest, full of character and decency. Supreme Court clerk.
All of that is needed. Decency, all of this. Lord, help us, people. Lord, help us.
The department's core values of independence and integrity. A federal prosecutor who took on terrorism and corruption and violent crime, always with the utmost professionalism and the duty to the oath he swore. Nominated by President Clinton to be a judge on the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals.
And if anybody cares, my Cash App is America White 214. They probably gonna edit it. I don't know what the fuck they be doing. Man, say my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram.
Politicians of both parties. And despite his
you're not doing nothing today. Yesterday was a lot.
He still makes time to volunteer regularly. Tutoring students.
Yesterday we started reading Revelations, so I can get to the part that needs to hear about.
It's about character.
Mom, I need to go
I'm reading John.
You go this way because the cord right there.
Judge Garland to the
I want to
Supreme
do
Court.
what I did.
Where you finna go?
I think I've changed the game.
Honor, decency, integrity,
Where the game's at?
The games are.
and judicial
They're over
independence.
here.
To those same traits, he will now bring as Attorney General of the United States.
My brain way faster than yours. Go put that over there.
He'll restore trust
Go ahead,
in the rule
baby.
of law.
I guess she want to get outside. She need
I got
friends.
two
She need.
Yes.
Yes,
dance.
This social distancing is driving her crazy. And her mom is the exact opposite. Baby.
And look how little they are.
To nominate his replacement on the D.C. Circuit Court of
That's
Appeals.
the thing that he's
I
supposed to put in
expect the distinguished nominee will receive
Okay, go.
a prompt
Don't
and
come
fair
back.
hearing as well.
Because the next time it's gonna be a little tap tap.
For Deputy Attorney General, I nominate one of the most selfless people I've worked with. One of the brightest I've worked with. And I worked with her during the last administration. A 15-year veteran of the Justice Department, Lisa Monaco. Lisa knows the department inside and out. She is a definition of what a public servant should be. Decent, trusted, honorable. And I might add, I embarrassed her a moment ago with the other colleagues, and selfless. I offered her other positions of greater consequence, quote unquote, more prestige. But she wanted to work with you, Judge. She wanted to go back to the Justice Department. The top flight prosecutor who took on public corruption, corporate fraud, and violent crime. Chief of Staff to the Director of the FBI. The first woman ever confirmed as Assistant Attorney General for National Security, where she elevated cybersecurity to a top priority, and where it's even more consequential today than it was then. At the White House, she was the top Homeland Security and counterterrorism advisor to President Obama and me.
Of course I'm okay. Are you okay?
Yeah. Can I stay by you?
She coordinated our fight against Al
Okay,
Qaeda.
thank you. I'll do it now.
I'm really just thinking, but
She
you
helped
gotta
lead our
be quiet
response to
over
the
here,
war
man.
crisis. When the bombs went off at the finish line on Patriots Day in Boston, her hometown, she coordinated the federal government's response with local and state law enforcement
Now,
against
see, you already
horrible tragedy.
flip it up.
I'm not trying to tan.
Lisa, I know.
I'm just trying to
I know you will help restore integrity and independence
post it to you.
of the Department of Justice that you so revere. As Associate Attorney
That's why you
General,
ain't gonna live.
the number 3 job at the department, I nominate Vanita Gupta, a woman I've known for some time. One of the most respected civil rights
Can we
lawyers
get them
in
to
America.
work today? Because this right
Started
here,
her career
y'all, even in the middle of a crisis, that's what I'm saying. We still waiting on people to count.
then onto the
He's still announcing his cabinet. Ain't nobody said nothing about Trump being arrested.
During the Obama-Biden administration,
Nobody.
where she led the Civil Rights Division. At every step,
Boy,
with
these
every
niggas could do
case, she fought for
anything.
greater equity and the right to right the wrongs of the justice system where they existed. And she's done so by bringing people together.
I hope they doing it in the background. Put him, because we
to
don't.
solving
This
some of the
is too.
thorniest problems we face. During the Obama-Biden administration, Vanita was put in
Right, this
charge
is
of
formal.
investigating the abuse of power in police departments in
formal.
Ferguson, Missouri,
It's formal.
and other communities torn apart by acts of violence and racial injustice. She helped institute common sense police reforms to build greater equity, safety, and trust. She was commended for her work by both law enforcement and those advocating for changes in the criminal justice system. That's a rare achievement. And it speaks volumes about her capacity to unite people in common purpose, which is what this is all about, uniting the American people. Born in Philadelphia, a proud daughter of immigrants from India. That sound familiar?
We gotta do this, Victoria.
If
We gotta do
confirmed,
this.
Vanita will be the first woman of color to serve as Associate Attorney General. And I'm grateful that Vanita is leaving her current job,
I
leading
need
one of
me
the
a camera.
premier
Where
civil
they
rights
got? Where
organizations in the
is Trump
world.
at right now?
As she answers the call to serve once again to ensure that our justice system is even more fair and more equitable. Thank you. For Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights, I nominate Kristen Clark, who has spent her career advocating for greater equality and equity in our justice system. The daughter of Jamaican immigrants. Now, don't think this has been designed yet.
They laughing and shit.
I'm still looking for an Irishman.
I just laughing.
All kidding aside, the daughter of Jamaican immigrants, Kristen, is also one of the most distinguished civil rights attorneys in America. A proud native of Brooklyn, New York, She began her legal career, in the very same office she's now nominated to lead. Her previous tenure with the Justice Department saw her take on some of the most complex civil rights cases, from voting rights to redistricting challenges to prosecuting hate crimes and human trafficking. She's earned accolades throughout her career, including as the head of the Civil Rights Bureau for her home state of New York, where she's led the charge to end the school-to-prison pipeline and root out discrimination in housing and in law enforcement. She currently leads one of the nation's top civil rights organizations, where she promotes greater equity in voting rights, in our education system, in our housing system, in our justice system, and so much more. Now, she'll return full circle to pursue the vital work where her career began. The Civil Rights Division represents the moral center of the Department of Justice and the heart of that fundamental American ideal that we're all created.
I will say, I always thought that Donald Trump say two things at once.
Accepted the call to return,
Add to his list hypocrite, along with
teach you,
cokehead,
thank you for your service, and to your families, and to the American people. This is a team that will restore your trust and faith in our institutions,
psychopath,
democracy.
He
I
really
chaired the Judiciary Committee for many
hurting
years.
this. But anyway, I digress. So
One of my goals in running in the first place, you may recall, I said when I saw those people coming out of the fields in Charlottesville, shouting hate, young woman killed. And when asked, the president said there are good people on both sides.
they be trying like that shit is good people on both sides, or one truth, a white America, black America. No, there's only one truth. There's only one truth.
Heartfelt effort on my part in restoring.
You have to be a psycho if you feel the other way. Period.
But our Justice Department. So may God bless you all. May God protect our troops and those who are sworn to protect the American people. Now I will turn it over to the team, starting with the next Attorney of the United States, Attorney General of the United States, Judge Merrick Garland.
Go get his ass. It's too much.
Just move it around.
Thank you, President-elect Biden, Vice President-elect Harris, for asking me to serve as the Attorney General of the United States.
But I don't feel like it right now. So.
Thanks always to my wife, children, sisters, late parents, without whose unstinting support I would not be standing here today. Thanks also to my grandparents, whose decision to undertake the difficult journey to America made all things possible for my family. If confirmed, I look forward to working with these wonderful DOJ veterans.
Mom, somebody calling
Lisa
you.
Monaco, Anita Gupta, and Kristen Clark.
Who is calling
Entering
me?
the Department of Justice will be a kind of homecoming for me. My very first job after serving as a judicial law clerk was to work as a special assistant to then Attorney General Benson Levy. Ed Levy and Griffin Bell, the first attorneys general appointed after Watergate, had enunciated the norms that would ensure the department's adherence to the rule of law. Attorney General Sid Levy
Everybody should know how to text by now. That's why we answer my phone.
of crafting those norms into written policies.
You know what you want for
Those
it.
policies included guaranteeing the independence of the department from partisan influence in law enforcement investigations, regulating communications with the White House, establishing guidelines for FBI investigations, ensuring respect for the...
They come in laughing like they got him though, y'all. So I don't know. He got to do this
setting out
to
principles
make sure that the Congress done already did their thing. And Okay, they
Those
got him, y'all. I think
policies
they got
became
him.
part of the DNA of
They
every
too cold.
career lawyer and agent.
Oh, he hurt.
If confirmed, my mission as Attorney General will be to reaffirm those policies as the principles upon which the department operates.
You lose, Mama.
As Ed Levy said at his own swearing in,
Okay, everybody have a nice
nothing
day.
can more
I'll
weaken
add
the
some to
quality
it
of
later.
life
I gotta do this
or
job.
more
Wait,
imperil
wait,
the
wait.
realization
No.
of the goals
Before
we
you go,
hold
look.
dear.
I got a Nintendo
And our
Switch.
failure to make clear
Hey.
language
You're
and
rude.
deed
Huh?
that
Here come
our
Rude
law is
Rashawn.
not
Let's
the
just do
instrument
that. No, we
of
ain't
partisan
gonna play that.
purpose. In the decades that followed my first tour
But
of
that was
duty at
rude.
the
I've
department,
had a Nintendo before.
I returned again and again in different